Oh, now what's the longest interview you ever had before, JT, for a job?
Longest interview?
Longest interview?
It's probably like 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
20 minutes.
Until now. See, he's, what, 2 hours the other night for supper, and now you done been here 5.5 hours today. So that's 7.5 hour interview. So now you still want to do it?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Oh, he said. What's up, YouTube family? Gerald Greenlee here with Clean & Green Lawn Service in beautiful South Georgia. Hey, hope y'all having a great day today. 43 degrees this morning. Beautiful but cold. Headed over to the shop. So probably just be another long rambling video today. That would be my expectation if I were you. So new guy's gonna be, he's supposed to meet me at the shop. Potentially new guy, I'm still saying. I got all this paperwork here for him to fill out. But I was gonna kind of show him around, let him, you know, check out the equipment, run the equipment, make sure he's, probably let him cut my yard over here just to kind of give him some use on it. And gotta go that property I rode by in the last video. I was in one of my subscribers' neighborhood. Yeah. Shout out to Mr. Gary. He recognized, he was watching YouTube last night, and so his wife sent me a message on Facebook. Said, hey, you were riding through our neighborhood. So there you go. Great people. So we got to look at that. I got another little landscape job looking at, we cleaned out the beds for this lady last year, and she didn't want any weed barrier put down, which is fine. I don't care if people want it or not. You know, I know there's pros and cons to it. So she called me this year. She wants them cleaned out and she wants the weed barrier put down. Or that's what she wants a price on anyway. So I figured me and the new guy would go by and look at that and look at what needs to be done. And that way I can, you know, he'll be there. He knows what's going on, and he can just go do that job, you know, if everything works out and we move forward. We need to, though, because I got back a handful of properties from one of the guys I had given some properties to. It just worked out where he picked up some more from somebody else. And, you know, he's like me. He said, look, man, we all in this thing together. He said, you know, if that guy needs a job and, you know, you want to pick the work back up, he said, I'm getting a few from this other guy, you know. So he said, it's all fine. So I did give him, I'm gonna leave one really good paying property for him that I had told him I would give him, because that's in an area that he services, and I think it's a good property. The homeowner can be a little picky sometimes, but normally I can do it in 3 hours and 15 minutes by myself. It's a big one, but you know, it's $300 and you just sitting there parked. You're not out running around, you know. So especially when you're solo, I mean, that's a third of your day at one property, which this other guy is solo. So you know, that's gonna work out for both of us, you know, hopefully. It's like I told him last night, though, you know, you never know when you reach out to these folks, you know, because I haven't talked to them this year. So when you reach out to them, you know, they may have other plans. We do service properties for a lot of elderly people, and they don't live, I mean, these are in other counties, in surrounding counties, and so, you know, something could happen. They could pass away and me not even know it. Now, if it was right in my community, I would know, but so, I mean, you just never know what's changing. People end up going in assisted living facilities. A lot of times when they do that, they sell their property. So there's just a lot of things that can happen over the, from October to February. So anyway, that's kind of what we're doing, what we got going today. And I also got to get a trailer, bring it back with me. I'm gonna probably bring the F-350 and the main trailer back, because we have I got a couple of young guys from the church. We're gonna go do a ministry project in the morning, cleaning up a lady's yard. That was in one of the couple of videos back. So hopefully I can get a video of that too. So if I do, I'll try to probably put it out on Sunday. But anyway, that's what we got going today. And if the season's just getting started for you, and I'm sure it is, or maybe you're just getting started in lawn care, you're watching this, be encouraged today. There's a lot of work out there. A lot of work out there. In fact, I need to pick up about another $25,000 worth of work. So I'm going to be, again, today is kind of the final day of meeting with this guy, and assuming everything, goes according to plan, then I'm going to need to pick up that work, just to justify having a guy full time. So that be the case, probably starting this weekend, definitely starting Monday, man. I'm gonna go all in on Facebook and updating my Google, and just doing all that kind of stuff, being ready. As a matter of fact, I've already ordered another phone for the business. My personal phone was a business phone, but now that I'm back at a church full time, and they pay for my cell phone, I don't want to have, I don't want people from the church calling me and they say, hey, this is Clean and Green Lawn Service, leave a message. But at the same time, I don't want to use a regular voicemail, because when people call expecting to get a business and they get a personal voicemail, it just sounds very unprofessional. And there's the potential there that, in fact, I had a guy or two tell me, said they called and I answered, but I was talking with a guy, and it's a pretty big job I did for him. And he said, he was talking about that. He said, man, a lot of these people around here, they don't even have a business, phone number. And I said, well, I don't, and he said, well, if I would have, he said, if you hadn't answered and it went to your personal voicemail, I wouldn't have left a message, and I wouldn't have hired you for the work, So now, I know that can be petty, but there is a sense of professionalism that goes with somebody having a phone and it says, hey, this is Clean and Green Lawn Service. Sorry, I can't take your call, yada, yada, yada. So I ordered a phone through Straight Talk, because people around here have a lot of success with that. And so it's just one of them deals. I bought the phone. I got an older iPhone, like a 13. It's supposed to update, through the year, like 2027 or something like that. So hopefully it'll be a good phone. And, I pay 3 months at a time, and I only pay, I think paying 3 months at a time, there's a lawn customer just texted me. I think paying 3 months at a time is only $40 a month. That's unlimited everything. And that's cheaper than I get it through my Verizon account. So, and if I decide, if things go south, I don't need it or whatever, just turn it off. And also, the other thing about having a separate phone is, like, when I'm gone or I'm not available, like, I'm out of town, or we got some things going on with the church and I don't want to be disturbed with lawn care, just situations like that, then I can give the phone to one of the guys and they can take the calls, you know. So anyway, and I got some plans beyond that, you know, that's working out in my head. So I don't know, we'll just see. Anyway, before I make this thing an hour long, let me get off of here. Let's get to the shop. All right, guys, we are here at the shop, and gals. We are 4.5 hours into an interview. Now, how do we interview guys at Clean and Green Lawn Service? How do we do that? Well, right there. He's never been on a stander before. He's a little bit wavy, you can tell it, but you know, you gotta learn. So I just wanted to try to run them standers because we run a lot of those, and we're gonna see if he blows me out with dust here, or if he closes the chute blocker. Oh, he's gonna turn around. Very smart, very smart. Alright, well, he did good. He passed. I was going to say, you fired before you hired. So, this is a new guy. I'll see if he wants to be on camera. I mean, I don't mind recording him riding like that, but maybe he'll talk to us here in a few minutes. We'll see, but I'm going to let him get on this Super Z here in a few minutes. I just kind of let him get out. He rode around on the V-Ride for about 5 or 10 minutes. I said, just kind of get used to controls and all, and I had the Super S. I made a couple of passes just to show him where to start at down here, and I said, all right, man, let's turn the blades on, see what you can do, you know. So he is he's on it, man. He's on it. So now he's used to sit down mowers. I think what they were running was probably like the Skag Liberty Z, or you know, and stuff like that. So he's doing good. He's not blowing towards the house. He's running in reverse to come back out of there. Now what he can do though is turn the other way with the chute blocker, you know, because that is one of the things we want to make sure, you know, we're using is a chute blocker. But man, that's a dust storm. He'd be ready to quit after this. He'd been doing them nice irrigated lawns, so we're like, man, I want to be cutting this junk. So anyway, there we go. Okay. It's so far so good. Here in an hour or so, I'll probably cut him loose for the day. I'm just paying him, I'm just gonna give him some money for coming today. I don't expect him to do it for free, but he'll still have to fill out all this paperwork and all that kind of stuff, I-9, and get put in the system and all, but that's what we got going. There he goes on the Super Z. I can almost bet that he's gonna like that better than he does the stand on, just because, you know, that's what he's been used to using. But you know, whatever you do, you know, over time you'll get used to it. So anyway, I told him, I said, man, that thing right there will fly now. But you know, he's gonna be careful because he's not used to it. And you know, the thing I like about him, he did really like more high-end type yards than what we do on average, probably. And so a lot of attention to detail, you know, like we were talking about how you're supposed to edge and you blow all the dirt, you don't blow junk into what you just edged and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, he understands all that stuff. So anyway, let me get out of his way here for when he comes through. All right, so y'all saw, I'll just call him JT. That'd be initials, JT. Everybody's got a name, man. Or you got a nickname?
I don't.
He don't? Okay.
It's a little embarrassing.
Yeah, well, he don't want to share the one he's got on camera. That's what his grandma called him when he was little. And so here he is. Y'all saw him. I got some video of you on the, well, on both mowers. And so, now what's the longest interview you ever had before, JT, for a job?
Longest interview.
Longest interview?
It's probably like 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
20 minutes.
Until now? See, he's what, 2 hours the other night for supper, and now you done been here 5.5 hours today. So that's 7.5 hour interview. So now you still want to do it?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Oh, he says he does. Now I'm gonna get him on video now. He says, hey, I'll do whatever it takes. I don't quit till the job's done. I'm committed for the season, maybe even beyond. And so it's all on video now. So this could be used in court or anything, right? No, it's he's gonna fill out his paperwork and we're gonna get him on the payroll. We got since yesterday morning, I got back like 6-7 of the accounts that I had given to one guy, and he told me I could have them back because he knew I was trying to hire somebody full-time, and he said, you know, hey, that'll work good for you. It'll help you hire somebody and give them a job, so I don't have no issue with that. And so he gave those back to me. I done confirmed with all those customers. So we got to find him some work to do now. He wants to work about like 80 hours a week, something like that. He said, no, I ain't committing to that on camera. And so he needs to work because he's got some life-changing events coming. I ain't gonna say what they are, but I mean, unless you want to tell, you don't.
I think we'll let it be a surprise.
Let it be a surprise. Okay, so we're gonna let it be a surprise. But anyway, that's about a wrap for us today. I got all this loaded up. We're gonna go do that cleanup for that elderly lady tomorrow, so I'm gonna try to shoot y'all some video of that. We did clean up the Super Z a little bit today. And so yeah, man, that's what we got going on. So the plan is he's going to take care of a landscape job, a simple job on Monday. That'll take care of, I mean, he shouldn't have any trouble getting that done on Monday, really shouldn't. But again, he's new at it. You know, he's going out by himself, so I'm not gonna rush him. One of the things I don't do is, you know, especially starting out, you don't want to rush people. You want them to take the time. You want them to do the job right, you know. And so he'll do that, and then I'm gonna try to work it. I'm gonna try to work my schedule next week, if at all possible, for me to go out with him on Tuesday and show him all the yards on one route. You know, show him all the little ins and outs, you know, where they're located, what we do on this particular property, because we do have a wide range of properties, from properties where we keep up the hedges and the landscape and the grass, to properties where all we do is mow. There's not even any weed eating, you know, and we range on just residential from 4 or 5 acres down to a ½ acre. So there's just a lot of variables there. And, you know, we got some yards where we only, like, they're large country properties, and the only thing we do is weed eat the main yard. So the main yard might be an acre, but we may cut 3 acres. And so all we do is that main yard. We make it look really, really good, and then the rest of it, you know, the customer sprays it, or, you know, either they do or they don't, but we cut as close as we can to everything. So just all of those little things on each property, because I do have a wide range of properties and my service is not standardized. So when you cut in ½ acre, ¼ acre lots, even 1 acre lots, you know, you can kind of have a standardized service where we weed eat everything, we edge all concrete surfaces, we mow, and we blow off all concrete surfaces. So that's standardized. And then a guy knows, if every property I go on, I'm gonna do A, B, C, and D. And so, but we got some properties where you only do A and B, right? Or you do A, B, C, and D, but only on this part of the property. And so it does make it a little bit confusing when you're trying to train a new guy. And the other downside is he is not from this area. So if I told him to get in the truck and go to Jessup, he's got to put it in his GPS. He doesn't know where Jessup is. He doesn't know where Odom is. In fact, he lives 30 miles from the shop. So in the area, he's not cutting anything in the area that he lives in, and he's only lived there a few months. So, you know, there's definitely a training curve. So I'm really gonna have to go out with him on these properties and show him exactly what I want. I'm gonna get him a notebook with the names of the properties, and I'm gonna let him make his own notes in it. That way he knows what the address is, he knows what the customer's name is, he knows what we do on this particular property, he knows what day we do this property, right? And we're just gonna kind of work through that, because I really think I wouldn't be pulling the trigger on this if I didn't really think that he would be a good guy to train. And in fact, I even talked to him about, I said, now this is premature, but I want you to know that if you want to build a future here, you can, right? And I said, I don't have any issue with us getting through this season, you getting through the training curve, learning how I estimate, learning some of the business side of it as far as invoicing and all that kind of stuff. I said, and then us continuing to grow, and then next year you would be like the foreman, now you'd have a guy with you, right? So we take on more, we generate more revenue. I said, and if this is something you love, something you want to do, I'm down with it, but I got to see your commitment to begin with. That's where it's got to start at. And he could potentially you could get 2 full crews, or him and another full crew, and he's the guy doing what I've been doing. He's getting paid well, the business is making money, it's a win-win. So anyway, that's just kind of a long-range plan. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. This could all be blown up in a week or two. I mean, you just don't ever know, right? It's just business. It's the way it works. He could get hurt. I hope he doesn't, especially not on the job. But just things happen, so we don't ever really know where it's going. But we could scale up to $250,000, $300,000, let him be a foreman, have a couple of crews. There's a lot of options out there. If you get out and you look for the work and you do good work, you can do it. So anyway, I don't know, we're just gonna see how it goes. I'm one of them kind of people, I'm thinking about today, tomorrow, and next year, right? And as y'all know, my plans often change. So anyway, I'm gonna go get this thing everything all filled up, get me some 2-cycle, all that kind of good stuff, so we can go do that cleanup in the morning. And again, I'm gonna try to shoot y'all hopefully a little bit of footage of that, and make for a video. So there you go. Hey, appreciate you watching. My prayer for you is always the same, that the Lord might richly bless you, and that you might see all of your blessings as from Him.